Right now we're setting up solarization tarps around the playfields of Pullman High School in Pullman, Washington, so that we can have a fresh start to install a bunch of pollinator habitat. Solarization is just a fancy way of saying that we're essentially creating a greenhouse effect on top of the ground to kill all these invasive plants. We're laying this durable clear plastic on top, and what this is doing is two things. First, it's killing any existing invasive plants there by really ramping up the temperature, essentially cooking the heck out of them so that they die. And then the second thing we're doing is that not only are we killing those plants, but we're also tricking the seeds in the seed bank, so any weeds there, into thinking that it's the good time to germinate. So increasing humidity and also increasing temperature so that they germinate and then also get killed by the excessive heat. We'll be leaving them on for these last few warm months and then taking them off before things start to get cold and wet. And if they need additional treatment, we'll be putting them on again the next spring. All around here, we've been creating pocket prairies, so little pieces of native prairie habitat. What we want to do with this installation is two main things. First, we want to improve habitat connectivity between those small restoration patches. Second thing is that we're also creating an educational resource for the students here. So creating this big, long strip of pollinator habitat is essentially giving pollinators a stopover on their way to other prairie habitats so that they actually have like some food to get them there, as well as for smaller species like smaller pollinators, it could be their whole home. What we've already been doing and what we're going to continue to do once these solarization tarps come off is to plant a bunch of native milkweed. So we've in our greenhouse have been growing thousands and thousands of milkweed seedlings because we're trying to support monarch populations. So the western monarch population, essentially their numbers have declined precipitously in the last few decades, and the one thing that monarchs really need is milkweed. Milkweed is their larval plant, meaning that they need milkweed to lay their eggs on, and that's the food that their babies eat. They can't eat any other species of plant. When they're caterpillars, they have to eat milkweed. And unfortunately, because Palouse Prairie is so endangered, there's really almost no habitat for students and other community members to interact with. So most people don't know what Palouse Prairie looks like. They don't really know why they should care. So this is providing a place where they can directly interact with that habitat. Essentially what this solarization treatment is doing is it's making room for us to restore all this area around the playfield. So it'll give us bare ground to start with for restoration.